In 1947, the D'Angelo brothers started selling pennants on Yawkey Way around Fenway Park, and from there, 47 was born. For the past 70 years, Boston sports fans have proudly been wearing 47 as they support their favorite teams. In honor of the occasion, we're counting down the top 70 moments in Boston sports since 1947. Here's moments 60 through 51, starting with the Patriots supporting one of their own, as the team was able to reach the Super Bowl with Myra Kraft smiling down. In July of 2011, the New England Patriots family lost Myra Kraft, wife of owner Robert Kraft, to cancer. The Patriots dedicated the 2011 season to Myra, going 13-3 and winning their 9th AFC East title of the Brady-Belichick era. To cap it all off, a 23-20 victory over the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship sent the Pats to their 7th Super Bowl in franchise history.
The fans have been so great to our family this year and through what we went through in a public way.
Someone was smiling. We had an angel. To win this game at home in front of our fans, it's the greatest thrill.
Moment number 59, Cam Neely scores 50 goals in 44 games. The 1993-1994 Boston Bruins season was a special one for right winger and Bees legend Cam Neely. Despite missing much of the season due to a knee injury, Neely racked up 50 goals in just 44 games.
Shaw, shot, scores! Neely cut in front, and Neely gets number 50. 50 and 50, very few people have done it in the history of the National Hockey League. To score 50 goals within 50 games.
I wonder how many have done 50 and 44.
Standing ovation. Cam, they're still standing, still applauding.
Come on, Cam. Come on, take a little twirl. They're waiting for it.
Moment number 58, Paul Pierce and LeBron James duel in the playoffs. The Boston Celtics' run to the 2008 NBA title was not an easy one, and their biggest roadblock came courtesy of LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. In Game 7 of the 2008 Eastern Conference semifinals, King James and Paul Pierce dueled in TD Garden, both putting up 40-plus point performances. In the end, it was Pierce and the C's that would prevail 97-92, as the Truth's 41 points were enough to top LeBron's massive 45-point performance. Moment number 57, Larry Bird and Dominique Wilkins duel in the playoffs. In 1988, the Atlanta Hawks had pushed the Boston Celtics to a Game 7 at Boston Garden in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Larry Bird and Dominique Wilkins would put on one of the greatest individual game duels in the history of the NBA.
It was the Dominique Wilkins matchup with him in the playoffs. That was just a classic Bird game. We took over the game, and even though Dominique was going crazy scoring, Bird took control of it and carried the Celtics to the victory on that one.
Neek dropped 47 points on the C's, but Larry Bird would not be denied, scoring 34 points of his own as the Celtics won the game 118-116 and advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals.
It was great watching Bird just take control of the game. Like the Dominiques, they couldn't stop Dominique Wilkins. He was scoring, but still Bird took control at the end and carried it.
On May 2nd, 2017, the Boston Celtics were set to face the Washington Wizards in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. All eyes were on Isaiah Thomas, who had tragically lost his sister in a car accident 16 days prior and was playing on his late sister's birthday. The star point guard did not disappoint, which leads us to moment 56, Isaiah Thomas dropping 53 points in an overtime thriller at the Garden. On May 2nd, 2017, Isaiah Thomas took the court in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals versus the Washington Wizards, just 16 days after his sister China had unexpectedly died in a car accident.
53 points on what would have been his sister China's 23rd birthday.
Isaiah seems so poised every time, making the right decision. After going all that he's that he's been going through in that, I just don't think a lot of guys would have even played this game. So, I mean, it's something special.
He was not feeling good at all, and was having a tough day. And I thought he was going to really have to gut this one out.
It just wasn't a good day for me with it being my sister's birthday, me being in the hospital for 3 or 4 hours a day, and I just didn't have the energy. But once I got around the guys and got to the arena, I felt like I can go, and I told them I could, and there's no way I couldn't play on her birthday. I mean, I wanted to win for her, and I wanted to play well for her, so.
Moment number 55, Larry Bird at the 1988 three-point contest. In the 1988 three-point contest, Larry Bird simply added to his legend. Before the competition, he psyched out his opponents when he asked them who's playing for second.
The three-point, wow, he was great, in the contest. I can remember watching him just grabbing the balls and hitting, nailing every one of them, just running around, just going right around the circle there, grabbing the balls and nailing them. Bird was Bird. He was very cocky, and he trash talked, which was what was great about him, but he always backed it up.
He backed up his words, winning the three-point contest for the 3rd year in a row, all while never even taking off his warm-up jacket. Moment number 54, John Lester's no-hitter.
Glasgow strikes out! John Lester's thrown a no-hitter at Fenway! He no-hits the Kansas City Royals!
On May 19, 2008, a 24-year-old John Lester struck out 9 batters as he no-hit the Kansas City Royals, and catcher Jason Varitek broke an MLB record, catching the 4th no-hitter of his career. Beyond pitching the no-no, the moment took on even more meaning, as Lester was less than 2 years removed from being diagnosed with cancer.
It was a long road back. When I did get back, I wanted to be at a certain level, and I wasn't at that level, and it took a while. So it was great. The fans were great. They're on their feet yelling and screaming, and it was probably one of the loudest times I've heard Fenway when I've been out there pitching. He's been like a second dad to me. Just being able to talk to him, not as a manager, but as a friend. And he cares a lot about his players.
Moment number 53, Michael Ryder's glove save versus the Canadiens. The Bruins' run to a Stanley Cup title in 2011 was full of career and franchise-defining moments. In Game 5 of the first round versus the Montreal Canadiens, Bruins right winger Michael Ryder found himself in net as goalie Tim Thomas had been caught out of position.
Scheidenberg down, Timler, dangles behind, and a save by Ryder! Michael Ryder with a save killer!
The Bruins would go on to win the game in overtime, and then the series in 7 games, and of course, would go on to win the Cup. In 2013, the Red Sox trailed the Cardinals in the World Series 2-1. With Game 4 tied 1-1, David Ortiz knew he needed to do something, which leads us to moment 52, Big Papi giving a speech to his teammates in the dugout to help steer momentum in his team's way.
It was all the younger kids, and he was the patriarch.
Really, I think not only cement his legacy from a performance standpoint as a professional athlete, but more as a folk hero to Boston.
The Sox would score 3 runs in the inning and go on to win the game 4-2. They'd win the series in 6 games, never trailing another inning along the way.
David Ortiz batted like .750 in the World Series, but they kept on pitching to him. I can't remember, why they did that, but I thank them for doing that.
It was awesome.
And we did cry.
We
did cry.
We cried.
Moment number 51, Bruins win the Winter Classic in 2010. In 2010, the Boston Bruins took on the Philadelphia Flyers in the 3rd annual NHL Winter Classic at Fenway Park. The Bees would win the game on a Marco Strum goal in overtime. assisted by Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara. The game and event would re-spark passion for the Bruins of Boston and help launch them on their run to the 2011 Stanley Cup Final.